Oh, we're live! Hey! Welcome along to the live stream, everybody. For those that don't know who I am, hello! I'm Gavin Hoey. I'm one of the presenters right here on Adorama TV. This is Adorama TV live from my small home studio. Anything and everything will go wrong in the next 60 minutes or so. Thank you very much for joining me, wherever you're joining me from. And if you're watching the recording, hello recording people. Thanks for joining the recording as well. If you're live, perfect timing because you get to ask some questions and join in the chat. And to help me do that on the other end of the camera, I was going to say you can't see her, but you can hear her. But I think we've got a new camera. Go on then. It's Sam on the chat. Hey, look at this. No expense spared.
Hey everyone. Hiya. We've got people from all over. Some of them have snow.
Snow.
Oh. Yeah, we had like 2 flakes of snow last week and everyone got very excited. Anyway, we've got people from New Zealand. I bet you haven't got snow. Finland, Sweden. You may have snow. You too. Hamburg. We've got Florida, Netherlands, Ireland, Peru. Amazing. Yeah. I hope you enjoy it, everyone. Take the camera off of me now.
And on the other end of that is Freya. Because she's controlling the super switcher, Freya is controlling the super switcher. She doesn't have a microphone, but you can see her occasionally. Right, okay, fantastic. We've also got the awesome model Chloe. I'll introduce you to Chloe in a second, but let's talk about what we're going to do in the next hour. I'm going to be supercharging my Flashpoint eVOLV200. Now, this is the flash in question. Quick question for the chat, those that are here early. How many of you have got a Flashpoint eVOLV200 or a Godox AD200? One of these little flashes. How many of you have already got one? Has anyone got one? Is it just me? Am I the only person in the world who have got one of these? I don't think I am. But whilst you're answering that, I'll explain why I'm going to be doing what I'm doing, because this is a brilliant little flash, but it's a modular flash. So you can replace the speed light end of things with various different attachments. For example...
Just saying, you've had loads of answers.
Oh, ready? Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
I'll tell you in a second. Let's get to that bit. Here we go. Keep a tally for me, Sam.
Oh, you want me to... Sorry.
No, I'm joking.
I thought you were busy. So we got 4, 2. Yeah, 2.
2?
2.
Oh, that's just excessive.
Got 1. Yeah, no, but thinking of getting 1. Yeah. Just got the delivery yesterday.
Awesome.
It was very well timed then. Yeah.
Honestly, you can't have enough of these things. I've got more than 2. I've got more than 4. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, loads. Yeah,
so this is the other bit. You can also turn it into a bare bulb head. So out of the box, this is already a flash that has the ability to change how it works. And the bare bulb is great because if you get the bare bulb attachment, you can do things like attach a reflector to it. You can attach a snoot to it. You can attach the light strainer to it. All of these are available at Adorama right now, except for one. I won't tell you which one that is, but one of those isn't available at Adorama. I'm not going to tell you which one. So you'll need to work that out.
Steve said, I'm feeling left out. I think I need to go buy 1 or 2. What do they do? Well, Steve, you're in the right place.
You're in the right place.
It's Steve Bryson.
Oh, so Steve Bryson. Say hello to everybody. Please say hello to Steve Bryson, who's had a rough old year. And it's good to see you up and around. So, thanks, Steve. So we're going to attach various bits and pieces to the eVOLV200, and I'm going to do it, first of all, with this. So this, hopefully these are things you probably haven't got. That was kind of my thinking with this, is to show you things you might not have thought of. I came up with a list of 6 things you can attach to the front of this. This is 3. Actually, we could do a part 2 later in the year, next year. So this is the Flashpoint AKR21 projector. I have the optional 50mm lens. I recommend that. That is the widest of the 3 available lenses. If you have a small studio, get that. I think the standard is a 67, which is a little bit tight for the space I've got available. Basically, you put this end on the eVOLV200 on the flash head, and then, well, you go for it from there, really. So let's do that. Let's pop that on there. Let's attach that on, and let's turn the flash on and make sure everything works. Now, whilst I'm setting this up, we need an amazing model. Unfortunately, we've got one. We've got the awesome Chloe. Come on in, Chloe. You need to distract them whilst I'm setting this up. Here we go. Let me just set up my Because once again, even though I know we were going live for quite some time, I still have not connected my camera for tethering.
So we've got a few people that are hoping that the light strainer is going to be coming for Christmas.
Well, oh, definitely. It's definitely coming for a Christmas. We don't know
and Kirsty said, is the light strainer, I guess, isn't on the Adorama shop. No, not yet, but it's not for want of trying, Kirsty.
You've got me, yeah. Yeah, maybe next year we'll take it over to Adorama. They need to see it in person, don't they, really? That's what they need. I need to show it to them in person. Right, okay, so what I've got is the projector attached to the AD200 or the eVOLV200. I'm going to set this up really simply. So what do we always do here at Adorama? We always have one thing we do before every single shoot. Chloe goes down against the wall, that's not the thing. Because that'd be weird, wouldn't it? We always set our camera up to some default settings. Manual mode, because I'm going to be using flash. I'm going to be at my flash sync speed, which for my particular camera, OM system OM1, is 250th of a second officially. Although if you saw my own live stream on my own channel this week, you'll know it's not true. It can do way more. F5.6 ISO 200. Here comes the best picture of Chloe I've taken yet. Whoop, that's quiet. What's going wrong? That should have made a clicking sound. Do you know you get that feeling when something doesn't go right and you think, ooh, that's not quite right. Hang on a second. Oh, I've got it in. Oh, I've pressed some buttons. I have pressed buttons. Somewhere. Yeah,
bit of a whoop for Chloe, by the way. A lot of Chloe. We love Chloe. That's great. We do too.
1 second. Yeah, keep asking questions. I'm just going to switch off something I've switched on. I just need to find it in the menu.
Michael said, did you turn it on?
I did indeed. And I've got one of the settings off. What have I set? Sequential
power on. Yeah. You know him too well, don't you?
I've set, oh no, I've really messed this camera up. Oh no, what have I done? Can't find it. Off. Which one says, oh, there it is. Somehow, I've turned on focus bracketing. How on earth did I do that? Crikey. Okay, let's try that again. Crikey. No, it's perfectly fine. You can say crikey. That's all right. We're not going to get a strike for that. Okay, so this is effectively no flash, no picture. We can see Chloe because we have crazy bright video lights in here, but Chloe's features are gone. So any light that I add to Chloe is going to be light that I control. No flash, no picture. Great. Let's get this projector set up. Let's get the setting to manual.
Can you take a question?
Of course I can. Okay,
this is from RedDB Fan. Any better option for eVOLV200 on Bowen's mount other than an S bracket, which is lighter in weight?
Oh, you read my mind. Keep watching. About 20 minutes, I've got something just for you. Okay, quick little test photo. Here we go, Chloe. So, oh, hello. Let's do one more. Hold on. Yes. Actually, it's quite fun. I like that. So that is the default projection slide that comes with the kit. Oh, boy. Luckily, you don't have to stick with the one that comes with the kit. You can buy extra slides, which I would recommend to do immediately, because I've never seen anything like that before, but Flashpoint give you their own branding. That's kind of fun. So we're going to project something a lot more interesting. But that's how it works. You put a slide in, it projects a pattern, away you go. 50-50 chance of this being the right way up. Quick little poll. I'm about to project a pattern onto Chloe. Right way up or wrong way up? What do you think? I don't know. 50-50. Wrong, Chloe, really? Wow. Okay, right back against the wall then. Here we go. And I'm just going to go a little closer. Huh. Huh. Okay, everybody who said wrong, humble pie.
Yeah, we've got upside down. And do the slides come with the kit, Dee asked?
Okay, so I'll take a couple of pictures and I'll answer as I go. So, no, the slides don't come with the kits. You can probably buy them as part of a kit. You can certainly buy them individually. I'm using slide pack number 1. So So this is slide pack number 1. Have a little look. Have a look on Adorama's page at the slides for the AKR21. Some of them are more quirky than others. I mean, if you really want to wrap your model in Christmas paper, there you go, done it. Okay.
I actually have a question for Chloe.
What? Hang on. Right, here we go. I've got a Chloe microphone. She was hoping someone would ask.
Yeah, totally. This is Jared. Any advice for new photographers from a model's perspective?
Ooh, I always get this one. I think it's a good one. I think the best thing to do is just come really prepared, because the more confidence you seem, the more confident the model's going to be. And yeah, I think just the overall shoot will go better. If I'm working with someone new and they seem not so confident, you're going to question.
Planning.
Planning,
yeah, that's always good advice. Okay, so I've changed out the slide. Let's back it up a little bit. Here we go. So, same idea, but different slide. See if you can spot the difference between this one and the last one. Can you see how that changes the appearance of the picture? I did the first one for fun because it's Christmas-ish kind of thing. So that, I think, is better. I just need to crop myself in a little bit and remember where the boundaries are for this slide. Far away, keep them coming.
Joe asked, what one do you like better, the RK21 or the Light Blaster?
Probably the RK21. It's a more modern design. The Light Blaster requires your own lens on the front, which has to be a Canon one as well, which is not a Canon fit anyway. So this is just a little bit more refined. They both work, and you can actually interchange the slides and the gobos between the two. So if you've got the Light Blaster, then you can swap this in quite happily.
Did you say what lens you're using?
So this is the 50mm lens for the AKR21. So this is kind of nice. I like this. This is fun. So this projects a pattern that is actually workable rather than something that is just plain outrageously daft. But you can do both because that's kind of how it works. Let's just go down the
show one of the slides?
I can.
Yeah, because Peter asked, are they? Is it a regular 23 by 36mm slides, or are they?
Not quite. No. I mean, you can put them in. Let's go for this camera here. Okay, there it is. That's Christmas. So it looks like it's film, but it's not film. It's a little bit smaller than 35mm film. You could get a 35mm frame in there, but it would crop it ever so slightly. And the edge is a little bit vignetted. There's no high quality projector.
So Derek asked, could you DIY your own slides?
You can, yes, absolutely. Start DIYing slides with gaff tape or aluminium foil. Make little strips of aluminium foil for that long, thin look, or punch some holes in it. You can DIY yourself out.
So it doesn't have to be heat resistant, Matthias asked.
Well, they do get quite hot. The slides are heat resistant just because of their design, but yeah, it will get hot. It's a good question, that. If you put cheap, let's call it sweet wrapping paper inside for a coloured effect, it's going to melt, just like it would on any kind of thing you attach to the front of your lights. All right, okay, let's pop this and make a little bit of a different effect. So Chloe, can you go into the corner for me? Mm-hmm. So if you saw my last, anyone see my last session? Did anyone catch my last live 4 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago, we had Jared in as our model. It was really good. We had a great session, different look, but we finished with a shot where we beamed some light into the corner. And that's sort of where we're starting with Chloe, almost starting where the last live stream finished. I'd like to say that's all down to planning from the expert. It's more coincidence, but it works really well. So we used a different setup. Using the AKR21 on the eVOLV200 is a more powerful flash, and it is a focusable light with interchangeable slides. So, same slide, haven't changed the slide. Let's start over here and see how this goes. Okay, so what I'm looking for is this. Okay, that's not quite right. You can get an idea for how this is going to work, but it's just set a little bit too low. I'm at the height of my ceiling, so I can't change that, but I can change the angle. So I'm using the included well, it's not really a hot shoe, but it's an umbrella mount, I suppose is the best description. It's included in the kit when you buy the light, and it's not one of those clicky ones. You get some of those ones that click every time, and you always want it between the clicks. This one is a lovely fluid movement. That's because I'm using the Pro version of the eVOLV200. The non-Pro version has the clicky one. Here we go.
So John asked, are gobos available in addition to the slides?
So there are no actual gobos available for the AKR21, and there should be. You can use the ones by Specular. If you can find Speculars ones, they fit perfectly. But Adorama, I don't think, carry them anymore, so they might be discontinued. So if you find them, grab them. Yeah, there we go. So just moving it around just to get the light in the right position. And although there is a modelling lamp on this flash, anyone who's ever used it, has anyone ever found the modelling light any good whatsoever? I mean, we can use it, but we have to turn every single light out and then squint. And then you can just about see what it does. Let's go this way around. Yeah, there we go. So move myself around to the side. Oh, how cool does that look? That looks all right, doesn't it? It's almost like an old TV or something projecting. I get that kind of vibe. Chloe's red dress really stands out. And oh, there's a stool for me to sit on. I love it when I can sit on the stool and take pictures. And all I have to say to Chloe is, yep, great, keep moving, doing a good job.
No one would actually know you're sitting on a stool,
But really
we
not.
can't see you.
Oh yeah, that's true. There, I'm over here, okay? Just out of frame. Okay. Last one. Okay, that's so cool. I could literally do this all day. That works so well, doesn't it? That's pretty good. Should we try one more? We've got 2 minutes on this. Let's do one more. Let's use this one.
Joe's made a very good point. Don't forget, everyone, give Gavin thumbs up. That would be great. If you can go and hit the like button, that would be brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Yes. Joe. And James. No, I was just thinking James as well. Let's not limit it. Okay. So this is a different slide. Get my arms out of the way. Oh, there we go.
It's like baguettes laying next to each other, yeah?
I don't know. What do you think? What is it? What is it? So this is what you get. You get a lot of random things in these packs. So the same pack of slides that had the Christmas wrapping paper, those squares, has whatever this is as well. Who put these together? Honestly, it's like someone just went, oh yeah, that one and that one and that one, and there we go. There's a kit. It's quite remarkable. The kits are kind of crazy. Okay, so let's see how this works. So I'm projecting it and extending it, so whatever it actually is being dragged out over a longer line. I think it's supposed to be like at the end of a wooden cabin or something like that.
Yeah, actually, Doug said log cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call.
Maybe it was based on our old studio. So that's okay. Can you see how it's a bit darker? This one is definitely a little underexposed. This is a thicker slide. It's more dense. It needs more power to get the light through. I'm at half power for my eVOLV200. I don't want to go to full power. It's more heat, it's more battery, it's slower to recycle. So I'm actually just going to open up my aperture. I could increase my ISO and get the same result, which isn't ideal because we get a bit more of the ambient light coming through, but hey, sometimes you just need to make these decisions.
Kirsty said the same as well. It looks like wooden logs, so yeah.
Spot on, Kirsty. I reckon take away the colour. That's going to work better. Go black and white. Yeah. Okay. Just bring your arms down for me, Chloe. So shake them out. Yeah. So black and white, although Chloe is in an amazing red dress, I think that works so well. Okay, yeah, that feels like shafts of light coming through a window. When you remove the colour, it's much easier to blend random images together. Back in my darkroom days, this is exactly what we used to do. If you wanted to blend images together in the darkroom, black and white was always easier than in colour. and nothing changes.
So David asked, does adding the H200R round head offer any advantages other than a better fit for the circular magnetic modifiers?
Honestly, in my opinion, no, not really. It projects a slightly rounder shape if you're going to use it bare. Its shape is a little more round. Don't get carried away, it's not circular, but it is more rounded at the edges. Other than that, you have to buy different attachments for it to fit the round head. You know, if you're in that system and you've got the Flashpoint Zoom X round flash as well, then fine, stick with that ecosystem. But if you've got rectangular heads, kind of stick there. It's probably not the right opinion, but that's my opinion. All right, okay, let's do something different. Let's do something different because time is ticking. So that is the Flashpoint AK-R21. And you should find links to all of this kit in the video description below, although I've changed a few things since I told Adorama what kit we were using, so I will update that tomorrow with the correct kit if anything is amiss. Okay, so somebody earlier asked about an alternative way of mounting Bowens stuff. I've got you covered. So next on my list of extra things, where is it? Oh, here it is. Is this. Can I get a light stand? Yeah, let's get a light stand. Save me waving it around. Hang on, let's get that off. Pop that somewhere safe. And
Gary just asked an interesting question for both of us. Would you do a live stream where you swap roles?
what, you want me to go behind and do the camera switching, and you want to come out and do the photography?
No, he's just suggesting it. Yeah.
I mean, is he meaning me and you? Or?
Yes, I
think
really?
So. Oh, wow.
I guess so, yeah.
You didn't mean me and Chloe?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, it's you, isn't it?
I don't know, it's me, yeah. Yeah, maybe.
I think we need a bit more clarity there, Gary. Okay, so this, what is it called? This is called the eVOLV Twin Head. Hang on, it's coming down. I know. Here we go. This is the Flashpoint eVOLV Twin Head, and it is an attachment that has a Bowens S mount at the front. It has room for 2 of the 200 watt bulbs, or you can just use one, it's entirely up to you. There are 2 yellow things here, I'll talk about those in a second, because around the back there is room to attach not 1 but 2 of the eVOLV200s. So let's do it. Let's grab 2 of these. Hang on, let's unscrew that one. Here we go. So this is the Pro one, and you can tell it's Pro because it says Pro just there. See that? That's the difference. That's not the only difference. It's a little bit flatter and squarer at the back, so you can actually stand it up on things and it doesn't fall over. And it's got a bigger power range. It goes down to 256 power. That's kind of the differences between the Pro and the non-Pro.
There's definitely a few people keen for you to have Chloe as a photographer and you posing. And then I have a question from Thomas. Have you ever had any bad experiences with oily fingers on the bare bulb?
No,
I've heard
never.
It can cause damage.
Not once, not even once. Nice and easy. Okay, so this is the non-Pro version. I've taken off the speedlight head, and you can tell it's the non-Pro version because it doesn't say Pro, okay? That's kind of it. It's a little bit rounder at the base. It's a slightly shorter as well. It's not quite the same length, and it only goes down to 1/128th power, not 256th, which might not sound like a lot of a difference, but trust me, that makes a huge difference. So many times I want to go just that little bit lower. So you can have 1 flash, or you can have 2 flashes. Let's get them in the right way around. These things have a right and a wrong way to go. There they are. So now what I have isn't a 200, this is now a 400 watt second flash. 400 watt seconds. So you can double up the power of your eVOLV200s. So if you're going to go outside on location, suddenly you bring 2 of small ones of these rather than 1 big 400 watt second flash. And yeah, it's much more portable, it's powerful. Also, there's no gaps when you put a softbox on, so you're not going to lose any light backwards. So it adds about 1/3 of a stop more power because you're not losing light, which is perhaps the question that came up earlier. But the big thing perhaps is these yellow bits here. So if I turn this on, whoa, sorry, there's a clue of what they are. Sorry, poor old Freya was right in front of that as well. Okay, there we go. So these are 20 watt LEDs, but not 20 watts in total, 20 watts each. So if you only have one of the 200s attached, then you can turn on one of the LEDs and you'll get 20 watts. But if you have two attached, you can actually turn up, two, and have 1 and 2 attached and have 40 watts of LED power. They're in stages. Freya, you might want to look away, because you can go up to 3 steps of illumination. Okay, that's pretty bright. So the problem I have with the eVOLV200 traditionally is it doesn't have a modelling lamp that's actually usable. Now, the twin head gives you not only twice the power if you need it, but also a really usable modelling lamp that I can switch on and off from the transmitter. Can't change the strength of it, but I can turn it off, and I can do the opposite, which is known as on.
Got a question.
Far away.
Dee asks, how would you sync both flashes to work together?
That's a brilliant question. Damn it, I forgot about that. This is why you're here, for these things that I forget. Now, I'd forgotten I'd got this. It got lost in the loft when we moved. So it was lovely to find it the other day and go, oh, yeah, there it is. So I've got both flashes on A. They're both on group A. So if I get my flash transmitter, bear with me. Here we go. And I set my flash transmitter to group A. Okay. If I adjust my flash transmitter, can you see they both move at the same time? That's how you can do it. Okay. So if you put it in mode, they can both go off or TTL or back to manual again. So put them both in the same group on the same channel and they'll act as one light. Easy when you think about it. It's like, well, obviously, yeah, that's...
Joe asked, do you need both power packs?
No. Good question, Joe. You can use one. So it can be just one power pack, but that still gives you the 20 watt modelling lamp. Well worth it. All right, okay. So, great questions, by the way, everybody tonight. Really appreciating the questions. I kind of figured if we've got 400 watts of power in my small home studio, which is way too many, I really don't need that. Let's get a big light. So I rummaged around in the loft and I found this one. This is the Glow, oh hang on, it's written on the side. Other way around. Glow, it's huge. Easy lock, 42-inch beauty dish. Ignore the name, it's not a beauty dish whatsoever because it's got a proper diffuser on the front. So 42-inch or 105 centimeters. So it's a pretty big light to fill. And although the 200 would fill this just fine, it's a lot easier with a 400 watt second light. And it's also really, this is the flattest, biggest softbox I have. Okay, so let's get this set up.
Question about the power from Ralph. Are two AD200s as powerful as one AD400 in real life?
I mean, if you put them side by side and measured them, you might find a tenth or two difference, but realistically, yes. There's always going to be slight variations, but basically, yeah. Okay, so let's get this up. The one thing you do find is it's suddenly twice the weight, plus a little bit more. So it is a little bit heavier. It's getting close to the weight of a 400, definitely. The Explore 400 isn't a heavy flash. So if lightweight on its own is a thing, then the Explore 400 is probably a better choice. But if portability is a thing, then this is better because you can break it down into smaller component parts. Right. So basically, what we've got is nothing more than a lovely, lovely flash. Let's get a chair for you. Thank you for waiting so patiently. There we go. A seat and something for your feet. And some gloves. Because it's cold in here, isn't it? I got the heating messed up, my fault entirely.
It's like we're
an absolute
in
oven.
summer gear in here. It's really warm and it's absolutely pouring with rain and quite chilly outside.
I was working in here filming something for Adorama on Monday and it was 6 degrees, which is what, 42 Fahrenheit? And it was freezing, and it was something I had to film an extra bit of that we'd filmed in August when it was about 35 in here and I had to wear the same clothes. Oh my goodness, it was so cold. So I think I overcompensated today, sorry. Anyway, okay, so yeah, let's take some meter readings. Okay, let's get the old Sekonic 858 fired up and, oops, turn it on. Please wait. Oh. Flat batteries, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. This is why it's live, you see, because stuff like this happens. Right, emergency backup. Always have an emergency backup when you're live. Oh, that means I've got to press the button. Oh, it's so much harder with this. Hang on, Chloe, I'm going to pop this near your chin. Okay, cool. I'm going to put the modelling lamps on. Now we've got really bright studio lights, so we can't see the effect of the modelling light particularly, but you can see how those modelling lights could be super useful. 40 watts of modelling light power.
You had a question about putting the two flashes together. What are you using? What kind of gizmo are you using to mount the two flashes?
Okay, so that is the eVOLV twin head. You'll find a link in the video description down below. The Flashpoint eVOLV twin head, or the Godox something or other twin head. Okay, so let's not have it in black and white because you've got lovely colourful stuff on. Let's change everything back the way it was meant to be. And let's just take a test photo. Here we go. And yeah, no problem at all. I'm at 1/32 power. 1/32 power, no problems. Easy, absolutely lovely. Dead simple to do. That kind of worked. I think though, hang on, here we go. Ooh. Whoops. Whoop. Are we all right that side, Chloe? I can't see anything anymore. And I'm sort of stuck. Hey, how's that? That's quite exciting. I thought we'd put a red back. I thought this would be easy, smooth, seamless. You see, if Daniel was doing this, Seth would come and move it for him, and it'd just happen. You see, everybody needs a Seth, don't they? Here we go. Quick little test photo. Yeah, we can have white background, we can have a red background. It's sort of festive, isn't it? I thought we needed a red background. This is a really big light. I can control this light, I can control the effect of the light simply by feathering it or turning it. It's stuck underneath the roof rafter. Oh, there we go. But because it is so big, I can feather it away from the background and still have it reach Chloe. It might affect the exposure doing it that much. Whoop, there's a picture of the floor for anybody who wants to see what my floor looks like.
What metering mode do you use?
I use the most accurate metering mode known to mankind. The best metering mode you can possibly use isn't anything on your camera, it is this one right here, your eyes. Your eyes are the best meters that you have. So I'm looking at the pictures and I'm judging the results. The metering mode that I'm using is human powered. I'm getting a guide from my flash meter. So this is giving me a rough and ready estimate, and then I'm deciding whether it's right or not. Hope that helps. It's Mankind Guide. Okay, here we go. So I've feathered the light away. Ignore the picture of the floor if it pops up. Same light on Chloe, but you can see it's big, beautiful, soft lighting. Look at that, beautiful big catch light in Chloe's eyes, soft, beautiful lighting, no real hot spots. Let's take a couple of pictures like that, Chloe. Okay. Hang on a second. Does anyone get the feeling something's gone wrong with my camera again? What's going on tonight? Oh. Honestly, we use this camera every single day and it never fails, and then all of a sudden It's going crazy. Okay, I'm just going to try that again.
Seth said they're going to genetically clone Gavin's eyes and sell them as a Flashpoint exclusive meter.
Yes, I think that's, well, if we can combine my eyes with your arms to do all the C-stands and Daniel's hair, imagine that. What a hybrid. Oh dear. Okay, let's do some vertical because you should always remember to do some verticals. Fantastic.
Andrew asked, what white balance are you using?
Andrew, that is a brilliant question. It's like I was just going to talk about that as well. Andrew, I am on a white balance of 6,200. Why? Because I did this earlier and that's what I set it on because I quite liked the warm colour with this red background and forgot to change it back. Let's stick the camera on auto. Auto white balance. Let's see what it does.
Seth said, welcome to the gremlins that manifest once you're live. We know them so well.
Oh, they do. They really do. Okay, so this is auto. I actually think that's better than I was expecting, actually. God, modern cameras, they're just too good. That's quite good. Let's stick it on to sunny, because this flash feels kind of sunny. Okay, this is sunny. And then I'll put it on what I was shooting at, which is 6,200. Why 6,200 and not 6,400 or just 6,000? I have no idea. That's kind of where it fell.
So someone's asked, what's a good case to carry 6 AD200s? Cooley has asked that.
I've not a clue. That's a good question. If anybody knows.
Yes, I was going to say that.
Yeah.
There are some people that got quite a few. So any recommendations?
Yeah, probably a camera case or some sort of thing, but there's probably a Pelican case maybe. So this is 6,200. That is the daylight setting, and that is auto. That one is the least favorite of mine, which is daylight, and that on my screen these screens that I'm looking at aren't fully calibrated, so it's okay. But I'm shooting in RAW, so everything can be changed. Okay, that's pretty good. We're getting short of time, so I'm going to pick up the pace slightly. Hang on, move this out of the way. Because there is another advantage to using this particular twin head flash, and that is, that's not too bad. To get it really close to your subject, oh, hello, not against the wall. And because I've got two heads in here, I've got both of the LEDs, the 20 watt LEDs illuminated, which means I've got 40 watts of light. So I can switch lenses. Okay, I can switch lenses to something like a fast prime lens. I can go to aperture priority mode. I can open up my lens to f1.2, and I can ask Freya very nicely, can you turn the lights off for me without blowing all the fuses in the studio? This could be the end of the live stream. Wait for it, wait for it. Hey. I should have just stayed like that, shouldn't I? Frozen. Okay, are we still live? Is it still on? Yeah, let's hope so. So I can now just use aperture priority mode, wide open, and get a beautiful, oh, turn the flash off, to a beautiful shallow depth of field. Okay, don't look at the last one. Look at this one, here it comes. So shallow depth of field, but you can't really see it. Remember I feathered the light so I had a darker red background? Well, I can feather the light so it actually illuminates the background as well. Here's the difference between turning it a little bit. Okay, that's slightly feathered away, that's slightly feathered towards the background. Okay, that's nice. Let's just take a couple of pictures like that. Now I am relying heavily on the camera's face and eye detect to get these right, and I am being as still as I possibly can. Chloe is sat down. That's pretty good. I'm just checking everything's still on. So she's not moving too much. Sorry, I stopped talking mid-sentence there. And let's go vertical as well. Chloe, look towards me.
Matthias asked, how long is the battery life?
That is a good question. It depends how much you've charged them, Matty, I suppose. So quite a while in my experience. But here's the thing. If you're thinking you've suddenly got a 40 watt video light, which is perfectly reasonable to consider that, I found they do power down after about 20 minutes. I guess it's to save the battery, and there's no way to change that. So even if they're on some kind of always on, which I think mine are, it does seem to power itself down, which is probably sensible. I mean, if you're going to do video work, go get yourself a nanlight kit. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, let's put this away. Let's have the lights back on again.
So, Joan asked, would one AD200 be enough for a 120 octa or softbox?
Yep.
Inside, outside, would it not be sufficient with a softbox that large?
Okay, I'm going to answer that question with the answer yes. How's that? And no at the same time. So the question is, and it's a common question, we need to cover this. We need to do a live on this. It's in my my mental schedule of things to do for next year about softbox dynamics, physics and what have you, which I'll make a more snappy title of than that. Any size flash will light any size softbox. Any size torch, flashlight will light any size softbox. The question is not will it light it, but how much light will you get out of it? That's the question to ask yourself. And in this case, I mean, I'm at F32, I'm not F32, I'm at 1/32nd power with 2 of these. But remember, if I only had 1, I would lose 1 stop of light, so I would be at 1/16th power. So those are the kind of the dynamics. You think 400 watts compared to 200 watts is a lot more light. It's only 1 stop, so that's, you know. Will you be able to use 1 outside? Yeah, we've done it on many times outside. We did a whole thing with Charlotte. We went round Gatwick Aviation Museum and used a little speed light to do on location flash. It was great for about 5 shots and then it died. Overstretched it. But so yes, you can, but it's all about the dynamics of where you are and what you want it to do. Alrighty, so last one needs a bit of setting up. Chloe, do you want to just step out a little bit? Because I don't want to hit you in any of this stuff as I break it all down. So if you've got any questions, now's a very good time to get them in. I'll like literally wrestle with this. Oh, there we go. And I'll take this apart. So breaking this down, that's 1 bit. That's 2 bits. And for those that didn't catch it, I'm not using even the same AD200s or eVOLV200s I had. One was a Pro and one was a standard. You can mix them together.
So Matt said, all these photography questions. Gavin, what did you ask Santa to bring you for Christmas?
I haven't really thought about Christmas. I think a little bit of a break. That would be quite nice. Just a few hours off, like a day. I'll take that. That would be quite good. Although we're off to, we're having a break. We're having a company Christmas do on Sunday. Off to see Wonka the movie. It's going to be exciting, isn't it? That should be fun. Right. Pop that out of the way. So. Gotta love a nice, easy to open softbox. So last one, we got 15 minutes to go. So I've saved what I'm going to call the best or the weirdest till last. You can decide. Do you ever get something, you've seen someone use it and you want to get it, and you get it and then you think, what am I going to do with that? Well, I get sent kit occasionally where I think exactly that. What am I going to do with that? This is it. This is one of those things. This. All right. Can we guess what's in here? If you haven't read the description and you didn't look at the cover photo, what is this? What I would say is it comes in one of the nicest cases that you'll ever see. This is lovely, lovely case. And when I got it, I honestly thought, that's the bit I'm going to use most. I'll take the inside out and just use this case because it's really nice. I was wrong. This is brilliant.
Matt said a pool cue.
It does look like that, doesn't it?
Joe said a lightsaber.
Oh, as if. Oh, Chloe, if only we had a lightsaber. Okay. Inside of here is another beautifully padded interior and a cable, and oh look, that looks like the top of an eVOLV200 or AD200. This is an attachment that goes on your eVOLV200 and it turns your flash into a lightsaber. Well, more of a light dagger, isn't it? It's less saber. It's a bit short, little one. I know Yoda have a small one. Yoda must have had a little one, mustn't he? He was tiny. Okay. So This is, let's get the right name for this, the Flashpoint EVS200, otherwise known as the stick light or stick flash. Yeah, it comes with a few bits. It comes with the same adjusting, it's right almost out of frame, little bit on here that you get with the eVOLV200 Pro. And just like the eVOLV200 Pro, it doesn't really fit. Oh, thanks. Well done, Frame. That's better. It doesn't really fit. Oh, look, look. Somebody got a PT. What? It doesn't quite fit on. They never really fit. So Flashpoint, if you're watching, you need to fix this. It's all kind of wonky to the side, and they are all like this. Okay, but it works. It's nice and secure, and it sort of attaches. Yeah, there we go. So that's that end. The other end, can you pan down? Oh no, there you got another camera. Oh, Freya's too good at this. The other end I've attached with a super clamp to the C-stand, and I'm just going to attach that bit just like I would with the speedlight head. So now we have a remote head, and this remote head is different to anything I've ever used in Flash. It's kind of weird. I don't really know how to describe it. Let's turn this on. That would definitely help. It's on a, let's get rid of the box. And let's get Chloe back in. In you come, Chloe. Let's move this out, clear some room. Right, stick light. So, where's it going to go? I'm going to put it at sort of 90 degrees like that. And I'm going to put it up in the air, just above Chloe, just out of my frame, something like that. Now, think about the dynamics of this. We've got a long 10-inch flash tube, and then that's going to give us direct light straight onto Chloe. So we're going to get direct light, but it's a largish light source. I'm then going to get light that bounces in the other direction off the wall, off the ceiling, off the floor, because it is a 360-degree barrel of light. It's just mad. Okay, so if you're looking for control, you're not going to get it with this.
So Joe's just asked, what are the advantages to using the stick light? I think you're about to find out.
Hopefully, I'll show you. So there are some non-advantages. I mean, you could put it in a softbox or in an umbrella, but you're not going to notice any difference to any of the other, the standard bare bulb attachment. You're really not. It's designed to be used, well, like this. Okay, here we go. Oh, wrong lens. Hold that. Doing great, Chloe. Yep, just set everything back. We'll edit this bit. This is one of the bits we edit out in post. It's a good job it's not live, isn't it? Can you imagine? Okay, here we go. So I've put the camera into TTL mode just to, because we're going to move this around so quickly, just to make my life a bit easier. So it gives this really nice light. Chloe, just look a little bit sort of down towards here somewhere. That's it. TTL gives me an inconsistent exposure, of course, but there you go, that's okay. So we get this odd effect. There's hard light, direct light, and you can see that from the shadows. But also look at the shadow under her chin. That's softer. The shadows here have a soft barrier and a hard edge because you've got two lights happening at once. You've got direct light from the tube and bounce light from around the walls. It blows your mind. It's like nothing else I've used, and it gives some very interesting and dynamic results. I really like it. I think it looks quite nice. This is perhaps the easiest way to use it. So as time is ticking on and there's some more fun things to do with this, let's move it. Chloe, you want to stand in the corner? You do, you want to stand in the corner.
Thomas asked, do they make any modifiers for the stick light?
One as far as I know. There may be more, but I've got one. Wouldn't it be good if they made like a one with lots of holes in it, like a light strainer of some sort, long, thin, I don't know, we'd have to come up with another name. But, okay, so I'm going to pop this up here. I'm just going to pop Chloe in the corner. Corners are always fun. I like corners. They give a little bit more three dimensions than flat walls. Still on TTL, I still want to adjust that a little bit, so let's just take that up slightly. We'll give it 2/3 of a stop extra because there's a lot of white in the picture and the flash is kind of going, yeah, we'll make your walls grey. I'm also getting some flare. Can you see the flare? Can you tell there's that reduction in contrast? Because there's light going straight into my lens. This is a barrel of light, 360 degrees. It's the oddest thing. So even though the light is up, actually I'll take a wide picture. If you want to work out what your lights are doing, take a wide shot. A wide shot will allow you to see the light in action, where it's hitting your subject, what it's bouncing off of, and that can really help you to refine the effect of the look that you're going for. Let's go vertical as well. So I've got both. I can see the floor this way. So I'm getting light that's coming directly from the tube. I'm getting light bouncing off the wall. It's bouncing off the floor. It's going everywhere. I mean, the shadows down here are brighter than the shadows up. It's crazy. All sorts going on there. So
Brian asked, could
really
you
nice.
use the stick light as a backlight so it hits both the model and the back simultaneous?
Absolutely. You could mount it vertically and then have it hit the model and the background, but also it would hit the walls and the ceiling and possibly the floor. So you want some sort of light modifier, is what you want, isn't it? Well, it's kind of like Flashpoint thought about that. Because in here is, ta-da, it comes with a light modifier. Now you know how sometimes you get a light modifier and you think that's just someone's DIY, that they've just got like a, I don't know, like a cutlery strainer and stuck it on the front of the flash. And you think that's
crazy, no one would do that.
No one would do that. Yeah. This is, it's got a couple of clips that came off of some office light fixture and some barn doors, which I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be polite and just say they're not the most efficient barn doors I've ever seen. They're just too small. I mean, they kind of work. Let me show you. Let me show you what it does. Let's bring the light. I've also got to be careful I don't hit this tube against anything solid. It's a bit of a worry. Okay, this attaches onto there using those clips. I mean, it works. Oh, it's a bit heavier now. Hang on. Tighten that up. It works, and then I can kind of refine it. But what I can't do is I can't twist it. It's on really tight. So, yeah. Let's pop it in. Here we go. Light modifier. Barn door. Angle it away from the wall. Try to stop it hitting the wall. So I get more control to the light, and it does work. There we go. You know, I'm saying it's not great, but it actually works. But you can see that those shadows are now much crisper. We've got that crisp edge back because we've stopped the bounce from all the other surfaces. And if that's all it did, if we got to this point and you'd said, yeah, that's all right, but I can do that in other ways, you'd be right. I don't know if they designed this as a deliberate thing or whether it was more of an accidental thing, because let's get it off. Here we go. Do you want to stick that camera on? Because that was quite successful. There we go. Yes, that's the one. Okay, so I'm going to get this and close it down. I can't twist it. Here we go. Ah, there we go. Yes. To that kind of size. Okay, so that is about the width of my fingers. Okay, marvelous. So there's a wonderful thing called diffraction. And diffraction is an effect of light and wavelength. I wrote a thesis on it when I was, well, I didn't write a thesis. I studied it in depth because we didn't actually have theses back then when I was studying for my original qualifications. And effectively what we're creating is a slit for diffraction.
This is quite funny. Brian has put Johnny 5 is alive, and it did look a little bit like the robot's head in. Do you remember the film?
Joe 90, I remember that.
No.
And then it all went a bit blurry after that.
What was it called? What was it called?
Johnny 5 from, yeah, I know the one you mean.
I can't remember what it was called.
Okay. Okay, I really want to get this right up against the wall, and I've realised I've put this on back to front. Just rewind the video or flip the video so it goes in the other direction. That would be good. Here you go.
Short circuit. Thank you.
Short circuit. There you go. You need Seth and Daniel for that.
Actually, this is a great idea Simon's come up with. Maybe just cut some new doors from a couple of cheese graters. Call it the light grater. I like this, Simon.
Simon,
this is brilliant.
I'll cut you in on the deal. It's great. No one, just me. Okay, fine. Right, okay. Sorry, Chloe, we kind of got distracted here. Right, where were we? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Diffraction. So rather than getting a single beam of light, which we get this. There's loads of beams of light. I think it's diffraction. It could just be a terrible barn door that gives great results. Whichever way, it's fantastic. Okay, so this is how I've been using it. This is terrific. Looks really good. I'm still on TTL. I might turn it off in a second because it's giving me slightly random results. Absolutely fantastic. Looks good in black and white. Before anybody else, yeah, I can do it in black and white. No trouble. Here we go. Black and white. Look up towards the light, Chloe, but top tip, don't look at the light. Because it's big and bright, isn't it? I mean, who'd hold a light and say, look at the light? That'd be crazy. Okay, so that's kind of fun. I like that, but we've got one more way. We are not done. Last one. If you're getting your questions in, you've got 2 minutes to go. Chloe, you've got 2 minutes of crazy flash fun. Because somebody earlier described this as a lightsaber, and that's basically what it is, isn't it? This is designed to be held. It's got a handle. This is designed to be put on a light stand, but also to be held. So the handle is big and chunky, and you could get an assistant to come and hold it for you, because it's definitely a light modifier that wants to be moved continuously. Chloe, you are both my model and my light modifier holder wrangler. It's like a voice-activated light stand come model combo. Okay, so let's just see what we get. Now, Chloe's done this before. Don't look at the light. Did you look at the light? No. Oh, well done. Looks like you were looking straight at the light. How cool does that look? If you were here at the start, remember, no flash, no picture. That is all down to the stick flash. And let's face it, the barn doors.
Another film reference here. Michael said it's a neuralizer from MIB.
Chloe, if you can hold that like a stick, then because you've forgotten that's a neuralizer from it. No, okay, that doesn't work. Like I've wiped your mind. I like that reference. I thought that was I like it, yes. Oh dear.
So it carries on here. She said, great live tonight. Dan's been Googling the products.
Yay!
That's Gavin's brother.
I know someone you can borrow them from.
My sister-in-law, yeah. Yeah.
You know, hey Daniel, you know what your Christmas present might be? You never know. Actually, he's not getting this. I love it. No chance. Oh, I mean, look at this. This is incredible. This is nuts. What? That's mad, isn't it? Let's go colour. Let's put some colour in here because we have like a minute left. Okay.
Thomas said that would look cool with smoke.
Well, it possibly would. It possibly would. I mean, look at this. This is amazing. So cool. Yeah, it might do. That's definitely something for another day because we've run out of time. And yet I could keep doing this all day long. So, awesome. Chloe, stand dead centre on the wall. Dead centre in front of you. Bring it back towards you, but keep your eyes closed.
If Chloe is making the whoosh whoosh noises while she's moving it around. Actually, she did earlier, Nate, yeah.
I'm just doing it in my head now.
In your head. You can do them out loud. Yeah, the Adorama audience do not judge. Okay, that is pretty awesome. You know, if they want a product shot, I've got the product shot for them. Let's go vertical because you should always go vertical. And you should always take a wide picture because you never know when you want to see, where did I put my light? Oh yes, I gave it to Chloe, that's where I put it. Exactly. Give it a bit of a 45 degree for me as well. Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to come around here to get one eye in the shot. Can't get an eye in because Chloe can't open her eyes for really obvious reasons. Really, it's kind of like, ow, that's really blinding. Fantastic. Okay, one last one. You're just going to hold it up against your head, lean up against the wall, hold that against the wall as well. So you're going to, oh yeah, run out of... there you are, that works, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, fantastic. And I'll go vertical. Fantastic, we'll stop there. Amazing. What a great session. Looks so good. Light in your eyes, love it. Absolutely fantastic. So there we go. There are 3 things you can do to take your existing eVOLV200 or Godox AD200 and add extra functionality to it. It is the sort of system that is designed to be expanded. It's what it was designed for, and you can use all sorts of attachments, and these are just 3. We could have done ring flashes, we could have done LED stuff. There's a bunch of other things we could have added on here, but we didn't. Right, so if you've enjoyed this session, and if you're still here at the end, I guess you did. I mean, if you just joined at the end, oh, you've missed a great one. However, if you just, I had to write this down because there's so much stuff going on at Adorama, I had to write it down. Adorama Event Space, go check out the new YouTube page. Adorama Events has got live streams from the Adorama Event Space over in New York. And hopefully I'll get there next year to do one live there. But go check out Chris Knight, he was in there the other day. An incredible session, absolutely mind-blowing. If you thought I was good, actually no, I can't really finish that sentence, can I really? Who would think that? Go check out Chris Knight, he's next level stuff. Adorama, right here on the Adorama channel, then you can have coffee with the creators, and Joe McNally is on next week with the coffee with the creators. Oh, Joe and Seth, definitely worth a watch. And then next Thursday, Daniel Norton is doing professional level headshots, not like us amateurs. Professional, pro level headshots. So go check out Daniel, give him some support.
So the link for the Adorama events is on there now.
On the chat?
On the chat.
Fantastic. If you're watching live, it's on the chat. Fantastic. Yeah, go give them a subscribe because that channel is amazing. And we're going to be back next year. Actually, you're back as well next year.
4th of Jan.
4th of January, same time, same place. I mean, an hour, because if you watch now at the same time, it'll have finished. It starts at the same... I've really overcomplicated that, haven't I? Yeah. 4th of January, Adorama TV, and join us there. So I'd just like to say thanks to Chloe for doing an awesome job, as always. Woo! Sam on the comments, great job.
Thanks everyone for all your questions and all the banter, and remembering the film as well, Short Circuit. I wouldn't have got that, or I would have woken up at 3 in the morning and remembered. So thank you.
And Freya on the Super Switcher, done a fantastic job as always. Thank you to Adorama for letting me do these all year long, and we're looking forward to doing more next year. So join us in the new year. I'm Gavin Hoey. Thanks for watching.